Yo, what's up guys? d-cellgaming here, back with some more Final Gear. And today we're going to be reviewing Alexa to see if she is really worth your crystals. So I'm going to talk about her skill kit and see just what she brings to the table for your team to determine just that. And before we get started, I want to say, did anyone else get stuck here at the pathogen event like I got? I can't go any further than where I'm at. It just kind of feels bad. Fix your game, man. Like, I know it's a 2-week long event and it probably will only take like 2 or 3 days to finish, but let me know in the comments down below, did you get stuck like me or did you actually finish this event? But moving on to Alexa, let's go ahead and dive in game here and start talking about her skill kit and see what she's all about. So we can see here that she has heavy parts and ranged as her specs, which means she will do 10% damage and have 10% more HP. Looking down at her SD model, I think it is absolutely cute. I love the little hat. It just looks gorgeous. I think it's really great. And her custom mech is really cool. It's like this hideous looking monster with like faces or masks on their body. It's really unique looking, and like overall it's just kind of like, you know, it's got like these nails poking out, so it kind of looks like hideous. Those look like dreadlocks or something. Like overall I think the design is just really cool looking. So let's go ahead and read over her skill kit and then we'll break it down one by one and talk about what she brings to the table. So her high gear, skill number 1, summon 6 flame bots that charge at targets before exploding through self-destruct, causing 174% spread damage to enemies within a small range while making them dizzy for 3 seconds. Now her custom mech is going to be release 3 Iron Jades of Hell to chase down targets, causing spread damage for a short period, slows down the target's movement speed for 30% for 1 second. They explode through self-destruct after 6 attacks, making targets damaged by the explosion dizzy for 30 seconds. Each Iron Jade of Hell inherits 50% of Alexa's total attack, 100% of her crit chance, crit damage, and accuracy. Moving on to her skill number 2. So her first passive will increase attack by 25%, and the custom mech activation will increase attack by 30% and her crit damage by 10%. Her second passive increases Alexa's attack rate by 25%, and the custom mech will be increases attack rate by 25%, and when Alexa's standard attacks evolve into critical hits, there will be a 55% chance to put the target in the injured state, increases their damage taken by 20% for 20 seconds. This will trigger once every 30 seconds. And her last passive, No Hard Feelings, increases crit chance by 20%. The custom mech will be with every 1% health lost, her damage dealt increases by 0.5%. When her health drops below 50%, this will boost crit damage by 30%. So I did forget to talk about her custom mech activation and all that, so let's go ahead and go over that right now. The 2 effect on her custom mech will increase the attack speed by 5%, and the 4 effect will increase the damage by 5%, and the fully completed activation will give her 10% more crit damage. She has a 6-round capacity with a reload time of 1 second, and her attack speed is a base of 1.22 rounds a second. So let's break down her skill kit and talk about what it means and what she brings to the table. So her high gear, the skill 1, releases those 3 Iron Jades which will chase down targets and cause spread damage around them, slowing enemies by 30%. And also after 6 attacks will do self-destruct and stun them for 3 seconds. What her high gear brings to the table is kind of an extra window of burst damage, but more importantly it brings crowd controlling effects because it's going to slow down the enemies temporarily. It will stun them as well. So her high gear can be especially effective in game modes like PvP and some game modes where you might be having some of your strikers like targeted. She can help mitigate some of that by pulling them away from your strikers. Her skill 2 is an overall damage increase. It boosts attack and crit chance by 10%. I think these are pretty good passives, considering she wants to hit hard, so that 30% in boost in the attack is very nice. So her skill 3 is going to increase her attack speed, which is very nice because she has a low base attack speed, and it will also turn her critical hits into a chance, it's a 55% chance, to debuff the enemy to take 20% damage. Now this lasts for 20 seconds and it can happen every 30 seconds. So basically this turns her not only into a damage dealing unit with some crowd controlling effects, but a debuffer as well. So this firmly puts Alexa in the attack slash debuff support class. Now her skill 4 is a sacrificial damage boost, so with every 1% HP loss she will do more damage, and when she's below half HP her crit damage will increase by 30%. So this is another sacrificial damage dealer similar to Serenity and Nova. Her talent will further increase this sacrificial damage output depending on the level of the talent. So when her HP is lower than 50, 60 or 70%, it will make all attacks have a 25, 30 to 35% chance to deal 1, 1.5 and 2 times extra damage. Her talent further increases her weakness as it helps her get more attacks out per second, even though she has a low attack speed. This will help her out in multiple game modes, not just in niche circumstances. So what are my overall thoughts on Alexa? Well, I think her high gear is very useful, right? It's going to provide some area-wide damage. It's going to provide some crowd control effects. It even will slow down the enemy's hit by a little bit and provide a small stun. So these are all nice crowd controlling effects to have. Her damage potential when paired with her talent once she gets to talent level 8 seems to be rather high. So I can see her doing very good damage, and her talent helps her mitigate that slow attack speed by allowing extra attacks in, even though it's a small percent chance. So it helps her boost out like more attacks, and her passive help increase her attack stat and the attack speed. So she's going to kind of get more attacks. This is going to make Alexa very good in a lot of different game modes. I think she's going to be very good in PvP, especially because she can debuff and she can crowd control. So I think in that aspect, if you're looking for a unit that's going to be good in like future PvP, Alexa's a pretty safe bet because crowd control and debuffs always are nice to have in most circumstances. The great thing about Alexa is not only can she do damage, but she can debuff the enemies to make your whole team better. So that's what makes her really good in my opinion. She can debuff the team by herself and do damage on top of that. So I think overall Alexa's probably going to be firmly in like an A tier or maybe like a T2, maybe even T1, however you want to classify it. I don't know if I would go so far as to call her like a must-have unit or like a T1 or whatever. I don't know. I think she's probably definitely an A tier unit. She has excellent damage potential. She has good debuffing capabilities, and overall she's a very well-rounded unit from what I can see. So yeah, I wouldn't consider Alexa must pull. I think she is a great unit to have if you have the crystals to spare. If you're a new player and you've missed like Nova, you missed Ren or Tasia, you've missed everyone, I think Alexa's a good pickup because she'll be good in PvP. She's going to be good in pretty much all of the game modes once you get her to talent level 8. So once you've fully invested in Alexa, I can see her doing and performing very well. So yeah, I could probably safely say if you pull for Alexa, she's very similar to Nova in that although I probably don't recommend it doing right now, if you do, I don't see anyone really regretting having Alexa or Nova on their team unless, you know, Lillian drops like in 2 weeks. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for today. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Alexa? Are you planning on getting her? Did you pull for her? Let me know in the comments down below. Also guys, if you made it this far in the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as that greatly helps the growth of the channel out, and I do appreciate it. All right guys, have a great day, and as always, see you in the next one.